HBO is back in Baltimore with a new limited television series, We Own This City, which premise says that it tells the story of the rise and fall of the Baltimore Police Department's gun trace task force and the corruption surrounding it. What's good, y'all? It's your good sis Erika Vane coming to you right here on Erika Vane TV with a new series alert. And you know I had to cover it because they in my city, my town, my home. Baltimore was good. If you're from Baltimore, make sure you show out in the comment section because I'm ready for this. I'm ready. We Own This City is a 6-part mini-series that is going to take on the BPD. The Justice Department is coming in to investigate the corruption that's happening in the Baltimore Police Department, and this looks good. And not only does it look good, have a great premise, but they are bringing in quite a few of The Wire OGs like Chaney, Jermaine Crawford, Jamie Hector, Darius Brick Gibson, Nathan Corbett, Domenick Lombardozzi, Delaney Williams, and so many more. Like, it's a lot of The Wire folks up in this joint, and I'm here for it. In this video, I am going to break down the trailer. I haven't done any additional research about the series or what it's actually based on, like if it's based on a book or some other literature. I literally am just looking at the trailer and gonna give you my thoughts, you know, being a Baltimorean and all. When the trailer opens, we see a guy in an interrogation room and he says, "Do you guys know who I am?" And this, y'all, it looks like it's one of the main people who is going to be featured in this series. It's the actor's John, but he's playing Wayne Jenkins, who is going to be a very, very crooked cop connected to some type of criminal drug organization. And that organization basically, I think, falls in this miniseries. And they're going to bring down like the criminals, but they're also really, really looking into the police that are tied to it. And this series is really going to be focusing on the corruption that's happening within the BPD. From there, it kind of looks like we flash back to a time where he was actually an active police officer and doing some type of arrest at a car garage or wash or something like that. So this series is already letting me know that it's going to jump in and out of time when it comes to this case and what's happening, so they can try to tell the story of like how the corruption maybe came to be and how the justice system is planning on trying to deal with it. From there, we cut into another interrogation room with, it looks like, 2 prosecutors who are sitting across from a black dude, and this person is Momodu G Money Gondo. So he's probably going to be the leader of the drug organization that comes down in this series. We get to hear him ask like, "Yo, how did y'all, get up on us? How did you know about us?" And they just respond like, we're asking the questions. And the answer looks like it comes out in this trailer. I think that Jamel Ram, who is played by Darrell Brick Gibson, I think he has something to do with it. Basically, they're going to have stumbled upon these criminals, I think, just because they're trying to track the corruption. And this might be the most recent case that they were working on. In the trailer, we get quite a bit of scenes of seeing police manhandle people, take money from people's homes when they're doing certain arrests. So I could totally see that G Money and his crew kind of get wrapped up or scooped up in the process of the Justice Department, really in basically this federal investigation, trying to do away with some of the dirty cops that are plaguing Baltimore. From there, the trailer starts to pick up pace a little bit, giving us a car chase, giving us a little bit of sex at a strip club, giving us a little bit of something that looks like protesting. It looks like they're going to touch upon quite a bit of themes within the 6 episodes of this limited series. And so it lets you know in the trailer that this is actually based on true events. When I was taking a look at the cast list, I saw someone playing Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake, and I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, are we about to bring in her story too? Baltimore has a very, very interesting past when it comes to police, politics, and drugs, okay? And Well, at least, you know what, I ain't going to out our business like that. I was about to say another man that at least they ain't featuring, but hey, I don't even know if they are, because all of the characters aren't listed out here. So we gonna have to see what they really expose. We're jumping back into 2017, it looks like, for part of this. So I'm not sure if we're going to be hovering around that time period or that year, or if that is just the investigative year and they're going to explore early 2010s or 2000s and really be taking huge time jumps. Not really sure, but we do get a timestamp on some footage of, you know, recording the interrogation that says 2017. Then we get a moment where we see Nicole Street introduce herself, what it looks like to be one of the prosecutors in a case, and she is here on behalf of the Justice Department. She's leading the federal investigation into these cops in Baltimore, and basically they start out shaking a tree, wondering what falls out, and then the whole daggone police department starts to fall out. Like, the stats that they give in this trailer are ridiculous. So one of the ones that she says, and we hear it in a voiceover, is like, there are 620,000 people who live in this city. Baltimore Police Department has recorded making 300,000 pedestrian stops in the last 5 years. So over the course of the last 5 years, y'all at some point have stopped and arrested at least half the population of a city. Make it make sense. They caught me with that stat alone. Like, yes, let's talk about it. And then we also get voiceovers from other people where it's like, yo, y'all done beat up on so many people in this city that we can't even get 12 of them to go into the box and be the jury to try to convict, or not even to try to convict, but to who would actually believe a cop when they say something out their mouth. Because guess what? We don't trust the police. We don't. And you wonder why. 300,000 out of 600,000 people, all of them was doing something wrong? Really? Yes. And like, coming from Baltimore, yes, we don't trust the police. Yes, we don't want to do jury duty, even though Black people, we need to be doing jury duty, because this is also how we fight back. This is also how we reclaim our power, and we utilize our voices, and we protect each other. We need to be in these jury boxes, and we need to be helping to make decisions, because guess what? When we go up on charges for different things and there's not a Black person in sight, or not an ally or anybody in sight in the jury boxes, people suffer because of it, okay? That's something that I had to learn as I got older. I was trying to avoid jury duty quite a bit, but now it's like, send me to jury duty. I mean, I live in LA, but send me to jury duty. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I will hear it out. I think one of the most interesting and powerful statements posed in the trailer, which I think is going to set the tone for the entire series, and again, I am here for it. Let Miss Nicole Street say it, because she could say it how she said it, honey.
Could there ever be a moment where a police officer performed their job in such a manner that you would agree with the finding that he should be fired for abusive behavior or brutality?
Certainly.
Has it ever happened?
Has it ever happened? Has that moment ever arisen? I'm gonna need every single cop today to answer that question, because it's very curious to me. It really feels like police are so protective of Blue that there's no circumstance where they would actually hold somebody accountable for being abusive, or hold somebody accountable for being destructive with their power, or being manipulative, or any of those things. And it's happening. Cops are out here killing folks, and there are police officers still talking about, well, no, actually what had happened was, let's not rewrite a narrative and call a spade a spade. And I absolutely love that she asked this question, because there are circumstances where you can say that. Yes, there are circumstances where it could have been self-defense. It could have been that you feared for your life, but there's also circumstances where this cop was simply abusive, where this cop literally abused all of his power, abused the victim, abused the person who was being arrested, and they need to be held accountable and fired for it. Not protected, shielded, and then sent back out to do it again on another Tuesday. I told you I was already into this series. The trailer, like, it has sealed the deal for me. Well, it shot in Baltimore, so I was like, bet, but the trailer sealed the deal. The follow-up questions that we hear throughout the rest of the trailer are like, we're doing our jobs. What do people want? For us to stop policing? We want you to do your jobs correctly. We want you to do your jobs without your God complex. We want you to do your jobs without being drunk or high. We want you to do your jobs as a human. And there also is a moment where there's someone says, oh, you can't blame the police officers, we also serve the politicians. That's the problem. Y'all don't know who y'all serve. Police officers are supposed to serve the people, not the politics, not the paper, not y'all's ego. We gotta shoot more stuff in Baltimore because my city, bro, it just looks great. It really just looks great. Y'all, I will definitely post as much of the trailer as I can on my IG, so go ahead and follow me at erikavane.com, all spelled out, on Instagram. I will also probably try to tweet it out as well because I would love for everybody to join me in watching this 6-part miniseries. I'm actually gonna be back home in Baltimore while some of this is premiering, and I'm excited about that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get me some hip hop. I like to get catfish nuggets. If y'all in Baltimore, one of my favorite things to do is go to hip hop and get catfish nuggets and fries. So random. Y'all ain't asked for any of that. It has nothing to do with the trailer, but I will be doing that the 1st of next month, baby. So look out for your girl running around Baltimore. Anyway, y'all, this is my breakdown for the trailer for We Own This City. It's going to be an action-packed, drama-filled, dope limited series exploring, as I mentioned, the corruption in the Baltimore Police Department. And I'm getting the Wire vibes. They're giving us little tests and little teasers and little taste, and I'm here for it because The Wire is still one of the greatest series ever created. It still holds hella weight in history, in storytelling, in construction, child, and everything, and I'm totally here for it. Will you be checking out We Own This City? I'm excited for it, and I'm gonna leave you with this other iconic statement from Miss Nicole Street as they sit in a courtroom, and she says,
"We built this machine where half the damn country will part with money and power and chew up the other half that didn't have anything to begin with. Watch it work."
If that ain't the daggone truth, and it's time that we actually address it. It's been time that we actually address it, and I'm hoping that we can continue to move forward to address it. Part of addressing it, y'all, in real life, I think, is media like this exposing it for what it is. So again, I'm really, really excited to see this. It's interesting because there's a guy who, towards the end of the trailer, I guess he's like a police trainer or police chief or something like that, and he's like, I teach these men to be good police officers. What they do after is up to them. The rest is up to them. And I'm just like, wow. So you train them, and then after training, it's just no checkbacks, no accountabilities, no nothing, huh? Well, let's see how that works. Let's see how that plays out. Goofy. Y'all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my We Own This City videos. It is a 6-part mini series, so there will be limited videos, and you don't want to miss the moment that they are published. Give this video a like and drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you're anticipating or excited for, or you want to see most in this series, or just give me your thoughts, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.